everybody. Welcome to Clynchcast today. And today we will be talking about the Mr. Beast situation, but with Ava Tyson. And today that I have Jason with me here today.
Yeah, once again, here we are.
Here we are again, guys. And I hope y'all enjoyed that last Reddit meme video. Now that video was pretty well done, I would say, and it was really entertaining. So I hope y'all all enjoyed that one. But now today, guys, we will be doing the Mr. Beast situation with Ava Tyson. But now, Jason, though, so it's like, what is your thoughts on this?
It's quite bad what she did. But this is this whole thing definitely shouldn't be used as an excuse for transphobia, and that's really
Right.
my take on the situation.
Yeah, not true. And I think that like my take on it is though is that like this isn't right. You know what I mean? And the thing is though is that like Ava Tyson, she was basically supporting like a CP artist, which is absolutely insane, and I would never like expected that. But also that like apparently that like Mr. Beast of like he apparently like hit it all basically, and he knew about it too. And like another thing is though is that like in like one of like their videos, I think it was like the pizza delivery video, like literally like on their wall, they literally had like the CP like porn like poster like straight up like on their wall, and it's like and it's still up and it's still in the video, and it's absolutely like insane to be honest with you.
Oh man, I didn't even know all that because I haven't been keeping up with this. I don't really keep up with any YouTube drama, which is a crazy thing to say in like the first 5 minutes of a podcast about that. But it's very sickening stuff, regardless.
That is true. That is true. Um, and another thing is though, it's just insane because it's like we have like Mr. Beast, right? You know what I mean? Like he's a full on one of the biggest YouTubers like in the world. You know what I mean? And he also passed T series, I believe, as well, which is absolutely like insane. Like if you remember like the PewDiePie and T series like whole thing about you know what I'm saying like about the 100 million. You know what I mean? And that's actually insane to be honest with you. And now he's like one of like the top, you know what I'm saying, like YouTubers, and he's like a food chain, you know, merch, everything, right? And he spends like millions of dollars in his brand and in his company, right? You know what I mean? But it's like my only take on this, I would say, is that like I feel like that like after like this Ava Tyson situation, right? I think that like, do you think that like his brand and his company could? Do you think that like it could? Do you think that like it could like go down from this?
Um, yeah, probably. I mean, because she was pretty connected to Mr. Beast and all him. So yeah,
Right.
this is definitely gonna damage Mr. Beast, especially if he knew about all this.
Right. Right. And exactly. And it's like another thing is though, it's crazy though, because it's like we like the doctor disrespect, right? You know what I mean? He literally like full on like admitted to like talking sexually though, like took a minor, right? But the thing is though is that like Doctor Disrespect like he is not getting like all of the hate and like all of the like commotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's absolutely like insane to me personally. And I wonder why. You know what I mean? Like could it be like the fan base? Could it be like anything like that? You know what I mean? But the thing is though, man, like they are going head over heels though before Ava Tyson, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of reasons why I think Ava Tyson's probably getting a lot more hate than Doctor Disrespect. And one of those reasons should be pretty obvious, especially with how what's it called backwards a lot of the drama community is. I'll leave it at that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think what it comes down to is it's just people are always looking for the next big thing,
Right.
and it's a pretty big problem because then it distracts from you got Ava Tyson right here. She did all this insane stuff, and then that
Mm-hmm.
distracts from Doctor Disrespect. He's still out there. He's not banned from anything.
Right.
Just because it what's it called? It's not profitable to talk about him. It's profitable to talk about Ava though.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like the new like trend that like going on right now, or like drama that's like going on right now in like the world, right? But it's crazy though because like with like the Doctor Disrespect though, is like I remember like seeing like a clip of him, right, and he's not even in like character, like no glasses, no vest or anything like I'm saying, and he literally like crying like on stream, and he was like, oh my gosh, like everything's gone, you know what I mean? And I just find that sad, you know what I mean? But the thing is though, is that like that's what he deserved, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, because like you don't want to do that at all, and
Yeah,
it's just wrong.
it's hard to find any sympathy.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. So I wonder like how his fan base is doing. Like if his numbers have been dropping, like is he ever going to be the same? Probably not. You know what I mean? And the thing is though, is that like if he ever tries to like find like another job and things like that, you know what I'm saying, it'll be like the EDP situation. Either way,
Yeah, it'll definitely be tough.
that'll be really tough because it's like because the thing is though, is like if you have like a online presence, everybody will know your name, everybody will know what you look like, and they're going to spot you. They are going to spot you in like a million people crowd. Either way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just because this stuff is so. Uh, I wouldn't say well documented. Just because there are YouTube videos
Yeah.
about something doesn't mean that everybody did the research. Because a lot of YouTube videos just regurgitating stuff from other YouTube videos, but it definitely comes up in Google search results. Whenever they run a background.
That is true. That is very, very true. Um, and another thing is though is that like I wanted to say is that like, have you been seeing though like these predator squads? Basically, that sounds so fucking insane. But like basically like it's pedo catcher squads, right? There's like a lot of like influencers that are in them. It's pretty common now basically, and they will basically they'll like find like random like predators basically, or they'll like set them up. They'll like what I'm saying, like, or they'll like set them up like EDP basically. And there are like some videos like on Twitter to where that like they really find them, meet up with them,
Um, yeah.
literally just beat them up for like
Well, I saw some of that on Twitter. Um, they went into the stores and they were like punching the predators, and yeah, it's entertaining. I'll say. I guess I wouldn't watch a whole video
yeah,
of that
that's true.
because I mean, to me personally, that's not particularly what's it called? Engrossing. That's the right word,
Yeah,
because there was some stuff like Colorado Pet Patrol. That was a lot more low key, and I was
yeah,
a bit more into that till they got shut down for some dumbass tax reasons or whatever.
it's understandable.
But yeah, you got a lot of predator catchers out there for sure, because this is big business.
That is true. It's a very big business, but also it's very like it's heavy though, like on like the social media. But I was like my only take to like on like these pedo catcher squads, right? Is that like the thing is though was that like if you record right, even if they're a predator or not, you know what I mean. And let's say that like you like go and just like record, you know what I'm saying, like, and like record right, and you like beat them up, right? Like just like beat their ass basically, just like with like guns or even like fucking like weapons, right? You know what I mean? That's gonna have like a backlash on you, just because of like you are beating beating someone that could like potentially die. You know what I mean? And then you could get like arrested for that, even if they are like a predator. And that's what happened though. But like one of them, I forgot like the names of course. But like I remember that like they went and found a predator. They basically beat him to death, I would say, and then they got arrested. You know what I mean? And that's like the only like drawback that I would say that's like the only like drawback that I would say that honestly.
That's pretty crazy. I didn't even know about all that.
Basically, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So like these people need to like be like more careful about that, I would say.
Oh, I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
I mean, I guess, but there's money involved, so
That is true, and it is like a good reason, of course. But at the same time, like they need to like be careful though, like themselves. Either way,
not exactly. I mean, in the end, really, the thing you're supposed to do in situations like this, you aren't supposed to take this into your own hands. You're supposed to notify the authorities. To catch a predator was the I guess, first example of predator catching, and even then they work pretty heavily with law enforcement because
Right.
things could go sideways at any moment, and also they're the only ones that can actually do anything because half the time you can go in and you can go into wherever and punch the predator or whatever. You still
Right.
gotta call 911 eventually.
Either way, yeah, and that's what I think that should happen. It's kind of like a thing to where like that they like meet them up, right?
Yeah.
But like the cops like already with you. You know what I mean? And there's actually like evidence and like proof of what I'm saying, like of this actually happening. You know what I mean? But and I feel like that would be like a better like case of like action. But then just like beating them up. You know what I mean? But then get like a chance of like I'm saying, like arrested. So yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough situation, because they are, what's it called? They are doing good by exposing these guys, but their methodology is it's a bit dangerous. It's a bit
That is true.
unwieldy.
That is very, very true. And I just think that it's just insane to me though, because like I don't know like why people would do this in the first place. You know what I mean? It's just a unhuman thing to do. You know what I mean? And just protect like your kids like at all costs, and that's all I can really say to that.
Yeah. There's some crazy people, like Ava Tyson, very popular influencer associated with Mr.Beast, and so never really could have expected that this would happen, but
Yeah.
here we are. You got everyone under the sun is talking about this, and very very embarrassing situation for her, and it's had a lot of negative consequences.
Like very very heavily, and I don't know what she's gonna do, but I remember that like she made like a response to it like on Twitter, of course. And I don't know what it said, of course, but the thing is though is that like it really wasn't like a apology. I would say it was just like it was just her basically just being like, oh no, like I'm just gonna take some time off and just you know what I mean, and just like avoiding like the entire like whole entire like situation. You know what I mean? And that's already tells me that like she's already like done it all wrong. You know what I mean? That's how you know that. That's how you know that like that she's fucked.
Yeah, no, I remember. What was it? I read that response she put out, and trying to remember. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it read very much like a very corporate form letter, and uh, I'd say the way it seemed to me, it seemed like that was the end for her. We're not gonna be seeing any more content or whatever from her for
We will probably like see her like post like on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, but no more videos. I think honestly, just no more videos at all.
I don't know if she's going back to um excuse me Instagram or even that.
She's probably gonna she's probably gonna be ghosted. Honestly, like she's gonna go ghost on everybody, and I already know that she is.
That's what she's got to do, or else the comments are just going to be full of "you're a predator." But I mean, it's true. So it's a
Yeah,
good reason for her
exactly.
to stay off any social media, especially in case she goes back to getting after them kids.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing though, is that like, yeah, they're like they might have changed, but at the same time, they're like it's her past. You know what I mean? And it makes them like who they are. You know what I'm saying though? And it just got out eventually. You know what I mean? Like it like finally got out. You know what I mean? Kind of like same thing. Kind of like same thing. Like the whole like sketch thing. You know what I mean? Where like he was basically doing like where he had like a OnlyFans basically, and then after that though, you know what I mean? Like then he got like exposed for it about like 3 years later. You know what I mean? But everything's fine with him. You know what I mean? But that's his past. You know what I mean? But and he's changed. But the thing about Ava Tyson though is that like the thing about him though, or like her, is that like that's just predator, child predator. Either way, and also that like holding CP either way, even like even if it's art. You know what I mean? Same thing.
Yeah, just very very bad all around. Just shame that it's had to happen. The kids had to get hurt.
And And the thing about this, guys, is that like one thing that I understand that like what is up with like the trend of like CP? I mean not CP. What is up with the trend of like with like all of these predators coming out? You know what I mean? That is one thing that I want to know.
Just more people are willing to come forward about it.
And just dig it out too, because like people these days, man, like they will dig your past out.
Yeah,
Like they will dig it out. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean that's true. But the recent things we've seen with Doctor Disrespect and Ava Tyson have largely just been because people had the courage to come forward. You know, even though they have these massive fan bases that could completely go against them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
And also that like their audience is like very very like young too.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Also, pretty pretty immature. So that's why you gotta find a trusted source for all this stuff. You got to.
That is true, and just get like your information right, and that's all you can really do. But like another thing though about this though is that like, did you hear about like the Nickelodeon guy or whatever? Like he like possessed CP basically, and he was like the creator of like Mighty Magic Swords, right?
Um, yeah, it was he worked for Cartoon Network.
Oh, Cartoon
And
Network. It's not okay. Yeah, Cartoon Network.
there was there have been there have been conflicting reports of how his arrest went down and how much material he had. Regardless, it seems like he's guilty.
Yeah, that's for sure. Honestly, and like the way that you like everybody's, but in the way that like every like commentary like YouTube channel puts it. Yep.
Wait,
Yeah, like it seems like
you got the commentary YouTubers talking about the creator of Mighty Magic Swords.
yeah, like Pyro Live, Moist Critical, all them says yeah.
Well, there's money in talking about it. Not to say that it's not worth talking about, but it's they know how to pick them. Put it like that.
That is very very true, and it's just crazy how like everything is just like coming out now. You know what I mean? Because like it's crazy though, because like maybe about like 2 years ago, even like without like the even like without like the predator catchers of like on like that show, you know what I mean? It's that like I really never heard about it. You know what I'm saying? Like unless it was like on like my YouTube recommendations, and then about like maybe like a year and a half ago, then it just started blowing up though. Like whenever like EDP came out to do it, you know what I mean? And it's like, but I feel like that like ever since EDP was like I guess like conflicted, you know what I mean, or like caught, but then that's when the like a whole more of like a buttload just like started like coming out, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And now it's like, but now it seems like that like every like week or 2 weeks we have like a predator, we have like a SA victim, we have like a R victim, we have like all that shit. It's insane to be honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, man, I don't know. It was bad enough when we talk about like the old Doctor Disrespect thing. Now with this, it's just I don't know. Seems like
Yeah, it's just insane, honestly.
bigger and bigger folks are getting exposed.
And it's like another thing that like that I'm gonna mention though. Now this is like off topic, right? But I was like, this was gonna be like a video, but we decided though just to like do like the podcast like about the drama stuff, and it'll just be easier for us, of course, too. But another thing that that I wanted to talk about was like the social media families. Now, man, like I can't like the Ace family, all them stuff, right, bro? Bro, it's like it just seems like that like every YouTube family or like Instagram family, like bro, like there's always like some dark hidden secret, you know what I mean? Like the pyramids, you feel me? And then it's like the worst truth fucking possible. You know what I mean? It could be like child abuse and all that shit, right? And it's just like absolutely like insane. You know what I mean? But and like the worst part like about it though is like they're using like their kids though like as like clout, money, all that shit, and it's just insane to me personally.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. I haven't really looked too much into it because I only know about Daddy 05 because I think when they got exposed, I was still watching like all the what's it called, commentary channels with all the heavy editing. Like people like The Right Opinion covered all that.
Right.
Other than that, I don't really know about any drama families, but does feel a bit exploitative to use your kids for content.
Like basically just like exploiting your kids, basically.
Yeah, it's not great.
You know what I mean? And I mean, like another one though, I forgot like the family's name or whatever. I might like think of it like later on. But like I remember that like this family though, they had like kids, right? And they would like make this content, and like the content was really friendly, right? But on the end, you know what I'm saying, like on like the inside, or like I guess like on like the inside of like the doors, um, basically like the parents, they would like abuse them. They wouldn't feed them for like I don't even know how long, right? And like the thing is, though, was like apparently though, like that, like it was like all of like the mom's fault, right? Or like the mom, right? But it's like the most fucked up part about it is literally the dad was there the entire time and didn't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Which was absolutely insane. But or could speculate to mean that the dad watched the entire thing, right? Or he either like just like supported it. You know what I mean? But I'm totally not sure though. Like about like any like updates about that though.
Mm. I'm not gonna lie, you cut out near the end of that, but
Oh shit.
I think we basically got the gist of it. A lot of abusive families on YouTube.
You know what I mean? And it's just like and it's like exploiting like your children for like fucking clout is insane, honestly.
It is. I mean, yeah, it still happens because I'm gonna say YouTube encourages it, but there's some to be said psychologically
Right.
about yet it's a it's a big thing in advertising. You know,
Right.
when you have a product that that people don't need, what you might do is you might use a kid to promote it because you
Right.
know kids are cute. There are positive emotions associated with your kid. You see a kid in an ad, it might
Mm.
remind you of your kid. So you're more incentivized to remember that advertising and buy the product. Same goes for YouTube. You have videos that
Mm.
most YouTube videos are pretty much worthless. You don't need to watch them, but the thumbnail advertises the video. That's an objective fact. So if you have a
Right.
kid in the thumbnail, then again, there are positive associations with kids. So they use their
Right.
kids to get people to click on their videos, which is straight up pathetic.
Right. And now and like I understand that so much because it's like we always see people or families or really anything that like on the outside all the time, right? Like it's just a common fact and just like common sense that like you don't know what's going on like on the inside. You know what I mean? So it's like something bad could be happening like on the inside as well, and you just don't even know it.
Yeah, that's a bigger problem with social media in general.
Because like there's like a lot of cases of where like fans would like meet these influencers or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then they just turn out to be like assholes. And that's really, really common.
Yeah,
Because like they let like the fame, the money and all that shit to like get to them. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Paul brothers in a way too. So yeah.
yeah. It's they put on a fake reality. So a lot of what you see on, well, say probably like 99% of what you see on YouTube is um, completely fake. And same goes for all of social media, Instagram, all that. It's the version of reality they want you to see. Because why would they show you something bad? You
Right.
know, it doesn't make any
Right.
sense.
No. And the thing about Clinch Collective though, guys, is that like we keep it real. We don't lie. We show like our true selves. You know, being there's no like bullshit either way. So yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? 'Cause, like the best thing to do though on like social media though, man, is just like keep it real with yourself. You know what I mean? And just like let like the people just like come to you. You know what I mean? And just have fans, you know what I mean, that are like loyal. You know what I mean? And just and but and it's like but it's like that's all that matters. To be honest with you.
pretty much. I look at these family channels, or well, I I shouldn't say I look at them. I envision them because I haven't watched one in fucking years. But you envision them, and they got a camera in their faces all the time,
Right.
and they got to put on an act. They got to be on
Right.
for YouTube all the time, and that's not how it is.
And that's just not like reality. That's just like behind like a camera lens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not great, and that's bad for the kids too. That should go without saying.
Because I personally think that like if I was ever like a parent, you know what I mean, I would not like record my kid. Excuse me, but I would like not like record my kid. You know what I mean? I would not like post any photos on them like on what I'm saying, like on Instagram. Like I wouldn't do any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like exploiting in general. You know what I mean? And the thing is, like I would just never do that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, and the people that do it, I feel like they know what they're doing. I just no accident. They know that again, people will click on the video or more likely to if there's a kid in it, and it's sad, but YouTube, they don't really do anything to stop it. And I gotta sort of mince my words here because was it I'm in the YouTube partner bullcrap, but
Oh yeah.
even still, I say they should probably do something about that.
They honestly should do something about that. But another thing is those that like, and it's like I can understand that like if it was like a white mom that just wanted to post like her son's football game, that's okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? But if it's just like posting them like all the time, or making them wear like outfits, hold money, look at famous cars, I'm saying all that shit. I'm saying that's just exploiting. You know what I mean? And like another thing was, and this kind of like resembles like the Lil Tay incident. I think you might have heard it before. I'm not even sure, but basically, but like I guess like their parents, they would make her just like do like all of like this rapping, singing, holding money, flexing everywhere. You know what I mean? And just basically just like exploiting her, though, saying like to make money. You know what I mean? And she came out about it too, and she like came back after like 5 years, maybe. I don't even remember. You know what I mean? And that was a whole thing. So yeah.
Oh man, the whole thing. It was I kind of remember it. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, it was. And I remember back in like 20. When was it? Like 2016, right? 2015.
It's 20. Oh god, I think it was 2018.
Yeah, I remember back in like 2018, bro. Like, dog, like that shit was just insane, bro. Like, and I was tired of it. I was tired of it, bro. But like that's when like but it's like that was like the flexing genre, and like what I'm saying, but and like YouTube started, though, I would say.
Yeah, that was.
Where we had like Lil Tay, the Logan brothers, who else? Team 10.
Yeah, Team 10 was.
Oh god, that's miserable.
That whole era. I may just be like a curmudgeon when it comes to this, but I feel like a lot of the stuff that gets popular on YouTube is just like fundamentally bad, and then you have everybody else trying to copy it. That's not great. Definitely not great.
Right.
It's just like a regurgitation of shit, largely. It's like you're going to do something, try to do it better. It's a little bit better.
That is very true. No, that's very true. But I'm just glad that like that trend basically just kind of like died off, though, I would say. So that's always good, though.
Yeah, it was like
it's still kind of popular, still, I guess, with like the Logan brothers in a sense. But I think that they kind of like dimmed down on it, I would say. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Right. But anyways, guys, though, that will be the end of the Clynchcast, the Clynchcast podcast. But and thank you for Jason, though, like being here with me tonight, talking to me about those situations.
Yep.
All right, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one.
All right, we'll see ya.